Top stories for the hour. Chinese ambassador to Ethiopia says the year 2023 marked a remarkable upswing in the diplomatic ties between Ethiopia and his country. In African top stories, Senegalese presidential election postponed due to integrity concerns. Hello and a very warm welcome to EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism with the news. I'm Binyam Gatana. Do stay tuned. Here now the news in full. Ethiopian ambassador to the United Arab Emirates, Omar Hussein, said Ethiopia is actively working to bolster regional relations, particularly through infrastructure investment with neighboring countries. Notable efforts include activities in road construction, electricity and trade. Ethiopia plays a vital role in establishing peace in the Horn of Africa, contributing to Sudan, Somalia and South Sudan. A recent memorandum of understanding with Somaliland aims at mutual development and access to the sea. The ambassador highlighted the economic and people-to-people benefits of such partnership, emphasizing that they can contribute to regional integration and global impacts. Meanwhile, Ethiopia's ambition for a port is seen as justified due to its growing population and economy. Despite challenges, Ethiopia and Somalia maintain excellent relations, collaborating on various fronts, including combating Al-Shabaab for regional peace and security. The Memorandum of Understanding with Somaliland is viewed as a cooperative effort rather than a threat, with the goal of shared development and a win-win situation. Ethiopia seeks to address issues through dialogue, international laws, and African Brotherhood values. In other domain, Chinese ambassador to Ethiopia, Zhao Zhuan, said the year 2023, Ethiopia and China witnessed a significant upswing in relations. The Chinese embassy in Ethiopia celebrated the Lunar New Year, attended by Ethiopian dignitaries, including Gabayo Ganga. Ambassador Zhao, in his key address, highlighted the 2023's global challenge, but praised the extraordinary year for Sino-Ethiopian ties. Notably, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's engagements with Chinese President Xi Jinping and active participation in global initiatives were emphasized. The ambassador stressed the collaborative efforts in global development and security, emphasizing mutual benefits for both nations' citizens. He urged the consolidation of the all-weather strategic partnership, adding a cultural touch. An art trophy from China's Henan province performed alongside Ethiopian artists during the Spring Festival, part of the Chinese New Year celebrations. Meanwhile, Ethiopia, in its role as a coordinator of health matters within African Ambassadors Group in Geneva, collaborated with the African CDC to organize a workshop for African ambassadors on February 3, 2024, according to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The focal point of discussion pertained to meticulous preparation for the imminent round of negotiations at the World Health Organization concerning the pandemic accord and the amendments to the international health regulations. In light of the anticipated May 2024 deadline, the African group once again underscored the imperative of yielding tangible outcomes that operationalize equity in both instruments. The permanent mission of Ethiopia in Geneva, acting as a coordinator for the African group on health matters, remains committed to facilitation of a cohesive and unified voice for Africa.
So I'm now here by Biblioteca Alexandria, replacing what was once the greatest library in the world, the Great Library of Alexandria. And I'm now here in an area called Bahari, which is nice actually, full of palm trees and greenery. I'm now here inside the Citadel of Kate Bay, which is a must-visit really here in Alexandria, especially around this time. You're going to get great views of the city during golden hour. I've just been inside there, the old fort, which was attacked by the British invading forces, and much of it was destroyed. What remains today.
Welcome back. You're still watching ABC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. As the news continues, communication officer with the UN Economic Commission for Africa called upon Africans to unite in the battle against climate change. Emphasizing the significance of Ethiopia's Green Legacy Initiative, Youth underscored its transformative impact, foreseeing it has a catalyst for guiding all African nations towards a sustainable future. Tigist Elisa has compiled the full story.
Green Legacy for a Greener and Cleaner Ethiopia is a national Go Green campaign endeavoring to raise the public's awareness about Ethiopia's frightening environmental degradation and educate society on the importance of adopting green behavior. Approached by EBC Communications Officer at UNECA Library, Loic Youth stated that young Africans can come in unison in contributing their share in tackling climate change challenges.
Of course, I mean, Africa, as we keep seeing, we're having a lot more smart young people who are coming into the workforce, who are trying to change a lot of things on the landscape. For example, this event we're trying to improve green energy and self-sustainability. So it's something we have to spread across board, because the way the world is growing with global warming and all these different environmental issues, for example, we can only come together and work together for the better of our environment and the better of our future as a continent.
Youth further stressed that Ethiopia's Green Legacy Initiative seems a simple yet a bold move that if 55 countries follow suit, he says it would take Africa so far.
Right. So, I mean, as you just mentioned, they've given some of these seedlings to other countries. So, again, in the spirit of Pan-Africanism, helping each other, that's one main part. But then some countries have to be pioneers. And for Ethiopia, having their own initiative, maybe they could write up best practices and share with other nations on how to start, how to, I guess, leverage and move and mobilize resources to be able to do something as simple. It might sound simple, planting all these seedlings, but it's not. But it's a start. So maybe starting with just best practices and bringing other nations up to speed with how Ethiopia got to this initiative might be a good start. I mean, again, I'm very impressed with Ethiopia's initiative to plant all these seedlings. And like I said, it might seem like it's very easy, but in the bigger run, if all 55 countries on the continent did that, it will take Africa a very long way. So let's just keep working together.
He also indicated that a platform has to be created for young Africans where they can share ideas and learn from one another.
All right, so I mean, just like we have the AU Summit, we need to have a space where young African leaders can sit and share the ideas, because we cannot keep letting the older generation try to come up with problems we're dealing with now. It's up to us who are living in a time with technology, with artificial intelligence. We need to have spaces where we could sit, have, again, pioneers, leaders who can sit together, share their ideas on how we could all come up with more sustainable ways of moving forward, whether it's about green environment, about blue economy, green economy. We all just have to create a space for the younger leaders to sit, talk about their current problems and how they can use current situations to alleviate their problem.
And finally, in a national address, Senegalese President Macky Sall announced The indefinite postponement of presidential election, initially scheduled for February 25th. The decision comes just hours before the beginning of the election campaign and follows the establishment of a parliamentary commission investigating the integrity of two judges, the Constitutional Council. President Sall revealed that he had revoked the earlier decree after concerns were raised about the integrity of the electoral process. This unprecedented move in Senegal marks the first direct universal suffrage presidential election delay since 1963. President Sall expressed his commitment to initiating an open national dialogue to ensure conditions for a free, transparent and inclusive election, although he did not specify a new date. The Constitutional Council had excluded several candidates from the election, including opposition figure Ousmane Sonko and Karim Wade, sparking controversy. The political landscape in Senegal is now in flux, with the postponement raising questions about the country's electoral process and the challenge faced by the opposition candidates who were disqualified. And now a reminder of the top stories once again. Chinese ambassador to Ethiopia says the year 2023 marked a remarkable upswing in the diplomatic ties between Ethiopia and his country. And the Senegalese president election postponed due to integrity concern. Thank you for being with us. You've been watching ABC World from the capital Addis Ababa, the voice of Pan-Africanism. And goodbye from now. Enjoy the rest of ABC World program.